Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on this wonderful planet we call Earth. I hope you're doing well. I hope your week is going well. I hope your work day or school day or day off is going well. Whatever the case may be for you, I hope your week is wonderful and is a success. Let me just take care of one quick thing. There we go. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to a progressive survival here on Space Engineers, here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. Welcome to all of our new subscribers, and welcome back to all of you who are returning. It's great to have you all here, and I really appreciate all your wonderful comments and suggestions that you do provide. Even if there's not a comment in the video, I like to say the thank you anyway. That way my conscience feels better. As usual, all of the usual disclaimers are in the description of the video. So I'm not going to go through them, but they are there in the video for you, so you have them. Okay, so as we are in a dust storm, there's a few things we can to bring you up to date on. So for our drill and fill system, I added in, as you can see, the stone and gravel to metal ingot mod. I did that so that I could convert all the gravel we're getting out of the stone that we're digging out. And in the process, I did add a few more cargo containers just to store everything. I just need to check the volume of the microphone. So there is that. We will take out the cargo containers that we took out that I put out off camera. We will be taking those out. We'll be replacing all our small cargo containers up here with large cargo containers very soon. In here, I was thinking about this off camera as I was doing the digging and whatnot and keeping the drill and fill system going. I thought of something I think I want to do, and that is to have like an elevator style lift that can actually come up from downstairs, from in the actual base, so that we're not having to walk up the ramp all the time. So I am thinking about doing that here. And if we go down here, I'll show you what we got so far down here. Don't mind the dust storm, even though it's annoying. So as you can see, we have gotten all of this dug out all the way over to here. We have to here dug out. The drill is digging out on the other side of this little stone wall, if you will. So this stone will be gone maybe later today. But I will be leaving this running off camera anyway to do that. Now, what I'm thinking of down here, and as I was thinking about the elevator bit, I'm actually kind of thinking it might actually be cool to do it down here too. You know, maybe have this just extend enough so that we can actually put an elevator in here and have the elevator bring us down. Have the elevator bring us down so that we're level. So what we're going to do today is I want to start building out this entry piece in here a little bit. So that's going to be our goal today. And in the process, we will check to make sure that we are So in the process, we will check to make sure that we are doing okay and that our drill is not getting full. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's grab our coffee and our donuts from our favorite coffee and donut shop, and let's get to it. I shall grab some handy dandy steel plate, and let's get to it. Let's get it. Okay, so first I want to do this. Let's actually frame this out, shall we? Let's get these in place. So we'll get this in here, and we'll frame this out. This is part of the entrance, but this is a big piece because this is going to be where you have to go. This is how you get into the base, into the colony base, into where all our colonists are going to live underground. All right. Now I have some ideas so that they can still see the outside world and everything. But really, this is a desert planet, so, you know, you kind of want to keep them safe, right? Okay. So I wonder how many people are watching. So how is everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well, like I say every time. And I do really mean that. I hope you guys are playing some interesting games and enjoying the time doing that. I know there are some schools that are getting ready for their February vacation. I remember when I was going to school, February vacation happened right about this time of year for us. Right about this time in February. So maybe your kids are home from school this week. I don't know. Obviously, the student membership organization that I run, I work at the national level there, so I don't work in the schools. So I don't necessarily know all the various schedules the schools have. Every state here in the U.S. is different how they do their school vacations and their curriculum requirements and things like that. Sometimes I find myself not agreeing with those curriculum requirements. Sometimes I do. But my job is not to tell them that they're right or wrong. Whoops. As long as the local long as the local branch of the or chapter of the organization is not violating the state constitution and bylaws of a state association in the organization or our national constitution and bylaws, there's really not much I can do. So that's just how that works. So I'm sure anyway, you guys are probably, if you have kids and you're in the U.S., you're probably either getting ready for your February vacation or you are in your February vacation. If your kids get a February vacation from school, I do not know. Some states they do, some states they don't. Oddly enough. So we're just framing this part out here so that I can get a better idea of what we're dealing with. Okay, we'll leave that like that. Let's go ahead and weld this all up. So, yeah, we're going to be working on this entry stuff today and designing that. I am recording this video during the week. Normally I do my video recordings on the weekend, but preparing to get us to this point took a lot longer than I thought it would, so I am recording this video before I get my work day started. And before anybody says, oh, you should be using your build and repair, yeah, I know. But remember, we don't have all that, the networking, the conveyor networking set up for that yet down here in the base. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, we are not at that point. So that is why you're not seeing me use a build and repair. I am trying to keep this as realistic as possible. Let's go refill our hydro and our energy. While we're at it, thank you, Tias. So yeah, it is going to take a little while, and there are things that sorry about that. It's taking a sip of coffee. There are things that, you know, obviously we're not going to have in place right away. And because of that, I'm trying to keep this as realistic as possible for us without me screwing it up too bad. That was one of the things that I did notice previously in previous episodes early on, is I was kind of messing it up. Not intentionally, it just was happening. Like I wasn't keeping things what's the word? I wasn't keeping things as realistic as I probably could have. And I want to try to keep things in the series as realistic as possible. That is my goal. Bearing in mind that this is a game, but, you know, I still want to try to do it as if we were going to, this is how we had to do things if we were already traveling to other planets and distant solar systems in the real world. So that's why we're not using build and repair yet, but we will have it. Although I can imagine in the real world, you probably would have repair drones doing a lot of the work to maintain the base. You know, building, repairing, things like that. All right. So now we need to actually count down how many blocks we need. So 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, I know each piston is going to be 3 blocks in height. So I'm going to leave this block, which is where the piston base will be. I'm going to leave that unwelded for the moment. 1, 2, 3. This will allow me to actually count out how many pistons we're going to need for the elevator. Okay. And how do I know the pistons are 3 meters in height? Well, I raised, if you remember in our garage above ground, I used a 3x3 window, a 3 block by 3 block window. So I raised that piston and I watched it. All right, so 1. So I'm going to say this is going to be 2. All right, so we know there's going to be another block down there. So it's going to be 3. Let's actually bring this over. We can start putting our floor in down here. Oh, I'm getting so excited, ladies and gentlemen. So there is that. I am getting ready to get back. Oops, we're out of steel plate. All right, let's go grab some. Let's see, updates. I am getting ready to resume live streaming. I can't wait to do that. It actually looks like I'm going to be able to do live streams via Twitch and YouTube, so that's really cool. I can't wait to do that. I've got the, I got that all set up. Let's check our... We'll check our drill while we're right here. Now, the stone and gravel to metal ingot mod will take both the stone and we'll take both the stone and the gravel and convert it to ingot. I hear clanging. Something's clanging. Oh yeah. Forgot we also need steel plate. Something's clanging. I don't know what it is. Might just be the drill. Anyway, so yeah, I can't wait to be doing that. I'm hoping if everything goes right, and I'm not going to guarantee that it will, but if everything goes right, I am kind of hoping to start live streaming, resuming live streaming this weekend. But it looks like now I'm going to be able to multi-stream both to Twitch and to YouTube. I'm not a Twitch partner, so, you know, I'm not really necessary. I don't think I'm bound by all of the requirements that they've got. I might be. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't think so, though. I actually better find that out for sure. I didn't think of that. But I'm not a Twitch partner, so I'm not under contract with Twitch. And to be honest, I don't know if I ever would want to be. Alright, let's do this. But, you know, that's not something I have to worry about today. You know, our channel is not that big yet, and to be honest, I don't know, you know, I'm not going to freak out if it doesn't get that big. It'd be cool. But it is what it is. Okay. All right. Let's weld all this up. Now, there is a possibility as we design this space out. I have a pretty good idea of how I want to design this out and lay it out. But we may go down a few more levels. It all depends. Because I really don't want the power, the area where that handles all the power and the power controls to be too close to the surface. Alright, we need more metal grid. Let's grab some more metal grid while we're at it. Or steel plate, rather. Recharge while we're up here. So I imagine the section that the drill is doing right now, that should be done sometime today. I will be leaving this running off camera while I'm working. So... Look at that. We're welding pros, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? We are welding pros. Okay. Alright, now let's... How much do I have? Oh, I got enough. Alright, let's go up here. Bring this down. Okay. And I know we're gonna need more metal grids or steel plates, so let's go grab some more. And recharge our hydrogen and power while we're at it. Okay. Refill our hydrogen bottles to make sure they're all set. So yeah, I think the drill will be done drilling this section later today. And, we're gonna do the same thing here. That way I remember to count the number of pistons we're gonna need, because we are gonna have to drill that down. Wondering if I should. Alright, so yeah. Okay. there we go. Alright, so we know that this is going to be 3, 4. I think it needs to be 5. Oops. There we go. We don't want to mess that up, do we? Now, the reason why I'm giving a 5 block area is before we do the actual point where this actually will meet up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is because I want to be sure. 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to be sure that we actually are able to get vehicles off of the ramp coming down here. Okay. So that's why we're doing it that way. That's why we're giving it that. Okay. So that's why we're doing that. That's why we're actually giving it that. Reference point. Weld these up down here. Okay, now we can go up and grab more blocks. And this will get everything refilled while we're up here and recharged. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. We're gonna be welding these up later anyway, so. Just so we get this all lined up. Okay. Now, before I have people saying, "Oh, you're wasting time doing it that way," well, some of this is probably not going to be here when it's done. We'll see. Right now, my goal is just to get this all scaffolded correctly. And if that means that I have to do it this way to make sure it's all aligned, well, so be it. Actually, these parts that I'm framing right now, I probably will, to be honest with you, I probably will make them more decorative as a pillar down the road. Okay. So now we can do 1, 2, 3. Now, if I did this right, and it looks like I did. Yep. I did. I love it when I get things right, you know? Okay, so now we'll do Okay, let's do this like that. I got it right. What do you know? I got it right, ladies and gentlemen. Had it right all along. I don't really need that there, do I? Okay. Alright. We can now bring this floor out. Okay. Now, we go up and weld. Yep, need more steel plate anyway, so let's go up here. Now, the part that's going to get tricky may as well recharge and refill while we're up here. Beautiful. Okay. Now, eventually we are going to put the large cargo containers down here, so that way we won't have to keep messing around. Now, my question really is now, okay. Now, the only thing, that might not be enough, actually. You know what? Let me. One, two, , 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 Let me see if I bring the elevator all the way back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Yeah, that should be enough, actually. Let's go to... let's go right to... It's 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's go 14 right here. Oh, bugger. I'll go get some more steel plate. Grab more of this. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it. I'll put 2 of these down at a time. So the reason why I decided to go 14 is just because I want to make sure that we do have enough room to slow down when we come down that ramp and come off the ramp. If that makes sense to people. Okay. And again, I will frame this. There we go. And let's go ahead and start filling this part in. Okay, so we got that. Let's frame this out. Okay. Okay. Alright, and now we come down here. We'll do this. Alright, I'm not going to frame like all of this just because I just need the part that we need for now. We know this is, we know we have to frame this. Oops. Get that out of there. We know we got to frame this though, so. Up here. Yeah. Okay, let's grab these. There we go. And now we'll make our way down. We may end up drilling another piece of this out anyway, so in this section. In fact, I suspect we probably will, to be honest with you. In fact, it's actually almost guaranteed we're probably going to be doing that, so. Not really going to, like, over-worry. I'll hand drill out just enough so that we can get these blocks in here. You're almost able to hook these bad boys up. This is another reason why we don't want the build and repair in place yet, because, you know, things are probably going to move around a little bit as I start organizing and start, you know, building. As we start building out the base underground here, we're probably going to move things around a whole bunch. So, you know, like in practical terms, it doesn't necessarily there we go. Doesn't necessarily make much sense to actually put those in just yet. Alright, we'll go up and refill, grab more steel plate, we'll refill our, top off our energy and hydrogen while we're at it. And okay, there's our energy refill. There we go. So we're probably not going to get all of this done, all of this framing for this part done in this episode, but at least we'll have a pretty good idea of what we want to do. So this will be part one of designing the first entry point. Or part one of designing the entry. And next week we will continue on. Need more steel plate. This time we don't have to recharge the energy, the hydrogen. But I will top off our power just to make sure. That's pretty cool. Coming up that ramp and seeing those searchlights like that, that's pretty cool. A little bit of lag there. Okay. Just checking to make sure there's no errors in the recording software, no errors showing up. That's good. So it was a game lag, not a recording lag. Good. Whoa, I almost fell off. That would not have been good. Alright, let's go grab some more steel plate. That would not have been good. Hi, Mr. Unknown Signal. I don't really need you right now. Just sit here for a second and recharge my energy. Okay. You would think that'd actually make the sound of the walking on steel plate a little bit better. That's just me, though. So a friend of mine asked me the other day if I was going to ever play Empyrean Galactic on the channel. To be honest, probably not. I have played the game off camera, and it's a cool game. But I kind of feel like, you know, there are things about it that I don't necessarily like. For example, if someone wants to go in and just relax and play, you know, they shouldn't have to worry about all the critters out there that could attack them. I don't necessarily mind the pirate ships so much. If that makes sense. But yeah, it probably won't be coming to the channel. That upsets anybody, I apologize. I don't see myself, I don't see myself bringing it to the channel, to be honest. Okay. So no, it probably Empyrean Galactic probably won't be coming to the channel. Although I won't say definite. I won't say that won't change. It's possible, just not a likely. We'll put it that way. I also have decided to hold off on City Skylines 2. I want to see them fix things first. There's all kinds of bugs and performance issues with City Skylines 2. And so I want to wait and see them fix that stuff first. So you won't see City Skylines 2 right away. But I suspect they're going to be working on that for many years to come. Some of that, I will tell you, though, some of that is caused by Unity. And Colossal Order, for whatever reason, chose to use Unity as their base engine for City Skylines. I don't know if they're doing that with City Skylines 1 or the original City Skylines and Cities XL, or if they just decided to take that chance with City Skylines 2. But Unity has always had... Unity is known for having performance issues, so... and it happens. You know, I'm not blaming Unity. So I'm kind of not surprised that we're seeing that. But I do plan on bringing City Skylines 2 to the channel. Just not yet. Alright, we got that framed out there. Okay. So yeah, City Skylines 2 likely to come to the channel, just not right away. Well, it's not a likely. It will be coming to the channel once they get all the once I'm satisfied that the once I'm satisfied that the performance issues and a good chunk of the bugs are fixed, then you'll see City Skylines coming to the channel. So, might be a few months, but it will be coming. And to be honest, I did have a feeling that was going to happen, so... So yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was coming. take this one out real quick. There we go. One, two. One. Okay. All right. So now if we come over here, we do this. And we'll get this framed out. At least then I'll know where everything needs to go. Oh, I'm out of steel plate. Alright, what do you know? We're out of steel plate, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go back topside and we will reset our energy and our hydrogen bottles and our hydrogen. We'll grab more steel plate. We'll check on our drill. The drill, okay, the drill is going. I'll refill the bottles over here. Let's check our drills. Okay, there we go. Back down we go. So we won't have all of the this part done. We won't have all of the sentry built today in today's episode, and that's okay. I kind of suspected that we wouldn't. So I'm not going to like, whoa, worry about it. As I almost kill myself falling off. Hey. Put the rest of the floor in. Now, let's weld this all up. Let's get this floor welded. Do I have all the... Yeah, it's going to take a while. Okay, so we got all this side done. So this is going to take a little time. Okay. So a lot of this, for the rest of this episode, is probably just going to be going back and forth, grabbing more steel plate. That's okay. We get to spend a little time together, hang out. Okay. Yeah. Back up and grab more. So that what I really should do is probably put a medical center down there. And a hydrogen thing down there. That way if we need it, we got it. But we'll be putting that stuff down there soon. I really don't want to clutter it up yet. Okay, our hydrogen's alright, so we don't need to worry right now. Yeah, we're gonna be running out of a lot of steel plate, aren't we? So I think once I've got the conveyor hooked up to the garage into the downstairs area, it'll be a little bit easier for us to justify putting a med bay down there and whatnot. Ooh, I'm out of steel plate. Guess we'll have to make sure I have plenty of steel plate, huh? There, we're getting this all nicely welded up. So when we start doing the lighting down here, we will do some cool lighting effects for each room. Because I think that'd be really cool. Let's go grab that unknown. It's almost crashed into stuff. Another plushie. Ah, badger. There we go. All right, now we got a little more steel plate. Recharge our souls. Recharge. Alright, cool. Jump in here real quick. Toss our moolah into the... in here. There we go. I guess I lied. I guess I need... Alright, that should work. That should queue us up some steel plate. So by the way, for those who are wondering, shift click is will give you if you just left click your mouse button, that'll weld create one component. If you shift click, gives you 100. Control shift click, left click will give you 1,000. Okay. And you know, or I think about it. Well, let's get this part done first. Okay. So we will probably end up, what we'll do is we'll finish up welding this floor, and then we will discuss what we're going to do next episode. Okay. Okay. We'll be able to finish up getting the floor welded here. It's hard to believe this episode has actually gone pretty quick, ladies and gentlemen. We'll finish up the episode by finishing the floor down there, and then we'll talk about what the goal for the next episode is going to be. And we'll go from there. Just refill and recharge while I'm at it so I can get my butt back up here. There we go. There we go. Hey. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, yeah. And you're probably wondering why we didn't bring this framing back to here. That's because the drill's going and I want to see how the drill does. We're going to be extending, you know, there's still a few more sections in this area to drill out, so that's why I didn't put the framing there. And it doesn't really matter for that part, for the doors. So that's why we did that. All right. Okay. We got the floor welded down there, for the most part. The floor to our entry area. So that's good. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll go ahead and we'll call it an episode there. We've gotten part 1. Or at least the framing of where the door elevator is going to be that will bring us down from the top side entry point to the underground part. That I think is going to be where our elevator shaft is probably going to be. You know, we may have to I may have to think about that a little bit, but well, it might actually work. I might have to think about that a little bit, but I will think about that off camera, how I want to do that in case we go deeper, which I suspect we probably will. Anyway, we'll leave it there for this week, and we'll talk about that next week. So next week, we're going to start working on installing the doors for the top side level and the doorways for floor 1. And that will help us understand more about how we want to do this going forward. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. Hit that bell notification icon to let yourself know when the next video uploads. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your co-workers, your pet kitty cat, your pet puppy dog, your pet parakeet, your pet bunny rabbit, your pet guinea pig, your pet salamander, your pet gecko, whatever it may be. Be sure to share the links with others, the link to the channel with others. It does help the channel grow, and it helps our wonderful community grow. And by hitting the like and subscribe button, that also helps as well. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you have a safe and a wonderful week. And I will see you in the next episode of A Progressive Survival here on Space Engineers on the new Galaxy Gamers channel. Happy gaming!